Donations in Kind, or DIK, is a program supported by Rotary clubs throughout Australia. It is a recycling and reuse program involving the collection, sorting, packing, dispatch and distribution of donated items to countries in need.
Donations in kind can be given to people or communities overseas, schools and hospitals, and also a few things given to people in need in our local community.
What sort of goods do you have in the warehouse, Miriam?
Well, that's the burning question. We have hospital beds and mattresses. Don't like taking bedside cabinets because that's a waste of space in a container. We take desks and chairs, anything to do with school education and health mainly. There are quite a lot of other items like uniforms, school uniforms, which can go to the education department also.
What is the destination of the container being loaded today, Miriam?
That's going to Santo, which is an island in the Vanuatu archipelago of islands, and eventually that will go to about 3 different areas. One area is the Torba province, an Arab high school or secondary school, Hog Harbour, and there's also a Frangipani Disability Association. There's things going there, and also Santo Hospital. There's also a lot of solar equipment going to the Hog Harbour Primary School, and there's a TAFE team putting in low-powered solar computers. So that's all going. They can't carry those items with them, so we had to get a container to get that across before they got there.
I'm from Western Sydney Institute of TAFE. Teachers and students in our IT area have been working with Rotary for the last 3 years developing computer systems, low-powered solar computer systems for developing countries. And now we're working with them on Vanuatu, and we're putting systems into schools there where they don't have access to power, and they're providing them with computing facilities and helping change the lives of these students. There is a great experience for our teachers and students, and travelling with Rotary and working with part of the team on the trips is something that we really enjoy.
The equipment you see behind you is a lifter. This is used to aid nursing staff or carers to lift people who are heavy or who can't perhaps stand. It's really a great aid to have. Over in Vanuatu, where we go, equipment like this isn't supplied. They have to rely on donations. They have very old rusting equipment such as beds, so getting equipment like this has been a godsend for people to take over to Vanuatu, and they really, really appreciate getting that equipment, and it's well and truly used.
Miriam, would DIK be able to help any Rotary group with the supply and dispatch of goods to an international destination?
Definitely can. There's only one criteria: they pay for it. If we haven't got them, we can source them.
Miriam, what is the cost to send this container to Vanuatu?
That all up, and that's including the freight or land costs for the transport of the freight from the depot to here and back to the wharf. It's around $5,000, mainly because the containers going, or the ships going to Vanuatu, go once a month. If they go to other countries like the Philippines, you can get a 40-foot for about $4,000. So that's twice the length of the container for less money.
Who are the staff here at DIK in Minchinbury?
Volunteers. We're all volunteers that work here. There is no paid staff, and we get volunteers from Rotary clubs if they would like to come out. It is a very, very good exercise for them. First of all, Rotary is an international organisation. If you're in a small Rotary club and you don't have an international project, DIK can be your international project. It doesn't cost anything. And if you have a small Rotary club, we can organise another one to be out here at the same time, and the more people here make a bigger impact.
There will always be a project in the developing world for Rotarians. These containers deliver much needed medical equipment, hospital beds, education materials, furniture and computers. Lives change because of these projects, and your Rotary group can help. Who loads a container?
The volunteers. We've had good practice now. This year alone, I think we've done about 7 or 8 containers already. Some years we do up to 20 containers.
Miriam, this container costs $5,000 to send to Vanuatu. Would the cash be better spent sent directly to the island instead?
Possibly would be, but there are things in the container that we couldn't have sourced over there. The team that will be going over there will be buying louver windows and glass and timbers. We always buy timbers and that over there, and cement.
What is the overall value of the goods in this container?
Well, that's a good question. I know that the solar material was, the majority of it was donated, and that alone would have been 15 to 20,000 brand new. It is all brand new equipment. The beds that are going up to the hospital, say they'd be $100 each, probably about $60,000 to $100,000 all up.
Miriam, here at DIK Minchinbury, what do you need most?
Hands, people to help. We can get items. We've got different people in the community now that have keeping their ear open for different things. I had a phone call this morning from Cessnock saying that there were 29 hospital beds up there and mattresses. So there are people in the community. We need hands and money. Money and hands are the most important thing.
Miriam, if every Rotary group donated $100, would that make a difference?
It certainly would. It certainly would. I just would like them to come out and see what we actually have here, so they can see what difference it would make.
Do you like being a Rotarian?
I'm passionate about Rotary. I enjoy it because I'm able to do something in the community and in the international community, and helping people that are less fortunate than myself. Absolutely love being in Rotary.
How long have you been a Rotarian?
1997 I became a member. 1998 I apologise. Yeah, but being involved a lot longer than that with my husband being in Rotary.
Thank you, Miriam.
Thank you.
DIK is staffed by Rotary volunteers, and they are always in need of hands and money.